Hey everybody, this is Ron with our DIY Homestead, and today I've got a few projects to do and I thought I'd bring you along. So let's go check them out and get busy. Okay, the next project we're going to be tackling is our indoor hydroponic system. We've had it sitting outside for a while because we shut everything down inside. So now it's time to get it all cleaned up and get it back inside. And I thought I'd show you how I clean my system. I built this about, I don't know, 5 years ago probably, and yeah, so it's been working great ever since. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking all the fittings off of the ends of the tubes on both sides, and then I'll be cleaning those out, and then I'll be taking our little bottle brush inside each hole and scrubbing as far as I can, and then I'll rinse everything out, put everything back together, and take it back inside. And so Sean can start her lettuces, and we can have fresh lettuce all summer long. So let's get busy. Alright, I've got all the fittings off the ends. I've checked out the fittings, everything's clear. I've checked out all the tubes. Those are all clear. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fill these tubes with water, and then I'll take the bottle brush and go down the side as far as I can and scrub it out, just to make sure everything's clear and clean. And then we'll rinse everything out, and we'll go on to the next step. There, it's all clean. Doesn't take too long, just a little bit. And so now we'll go get the fittings. We'll get them put back on. I do have to replace one fitting because it broke while it was outside. I'm sure I bumped it somewhere. But we'll get that fitting and we'll get it all taped up, put back together, and then we'll get back inside. So let's get the fittings back on. Alright, we've got the fittings out. I put more thread tape on them, as you can see. And I put that on there just because we're going to be inside the house and I don't want it to leak out the ends. So let's get these put on, and then we'll get our feed tubes put on, and we'll be ready to go back inside. We got the fittings on, we got the feed tubes back on, so next step is to get it back inside and get it set up, and I will show you that when we get in there. Well, there you have it. We're back inside. We've got it all set up. I've got the bucket filled with water and nutrients. I've cycled it through to make sure there's no leaks, because we don't want it leaking on the floor. Everything's cycling fine. We have our rock wool soaking in water, so that'll be ready when Sean's ready to plant. And we're only going to do one row at a time, so there'll be 6 plants in the bottom row, and then we'll add another 6, then another 6, then another 6. That way we can, it'll be about a week or 2 in between each planting. That way we can just cycle it through, and we have a constant supply of lettuce. So everything's working great. This is the nutrients that I use. It's a master blend. So I will link the video that shows you the measurements and everything that I use of each component, and what the readings should be and whatnot. I'll link that in the description below. And we are off to the next project. All right, the next project was putting up a fence, and I forgot to start the video. So, and I didn't realize it till I got done. So I'm going to show you what we did. And what we did was we added on to our chicken yard, or just moved them over to another section. We had them back here in the orchard, and we got our bees back here and whatnot. But yeah, we decided to get them off of that property for a little bit, and then we'll move them over here to this one. It's bigger than what they had, and give them some fresh grass, fresh bugs. We got I think our fence is about 140 feet long, So we extended it quite a bit just to give them some new space to roam around and fertilize, and then we'll be having some other animals in here later. But yeah, I apologize for not videoing how I put everything in and how I came up with everything, but I'll get better at it. And we do have a solar fence charger, and I am pulling about 8.2 volts, so everything seems to be working well. And on to the next project.